Life is a video game, so start leveling up. When I used to play video games, I would get this sense of fulfillment, progress, respect from being good at a video game. I realized I could get the same type of fulfillment by getting real life progress. I found that out when I was about 12. I started to run around my neighborhood, do push-ups and sit-ups. I was inspired at the time, actually, by an anime, One Punch Man, where he would do 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 squats, and he would run X amount of miles every day. And that was so cool for a 12-year-old boy. I wanted to run around. We had maybe 4 blocks lined up like this, and then another one behind that. We also had a long road going this way. And I would just do laps around that all day long. Right before breakfast, I would run. Throughout the day, I would do 100 push-ups, and that was a lot for a 12-year-old kid. I mean, now I could drop into 100 and it would be nothing. And most of you probably could do that, and if not, I think that's a goal you could set. But for a 12-year-old boy, doing 100 push-ups was a lot. 100 sit-ups was a lot. That took an hour or so to do throughout the whole day in squats. I felt like I had a mission to hit that daily, a reason to jump out of bed and drop to the floor and do 20, 10 minutes throughout the day, another 20, and do that. It gave me something to do when I was bored. If there was an ad on the TV, I'd just drop and go do that. I would run. I got this sense of fulfillment that I realized that I got from playing video games. In video games, you try to beat a level or do a hard task and you level up. And then people start to respect you because they realize you put all this hard work in this video game. I realized I got the same type of fulfillment from that. My father was proud. He saw me lift the weights. And I realized it was just like a video game. I could lift the 15-pound weights maybe 5 times back then. I was 12. And then a week later, I could lift it maybe 6 or 7 times, or I could run even longer or do more push-ups. I did 200 push-ups one day. I was so proud. And that's when I realized, and for most of us, we can get the same type of fulfillment from video games in the gym. You probably know it. If you go out to the gym and your bench press is 1 plate, like that's your max. You can do that for 5 reps, 3 reps, or whatever. And then eventually you progressively overload and you break your PR. It's fun. It's great. You go in there and you have a blast. The discipline of the gym slowly switches into this kind of like game where you can level up. The key point I want to make in this video is the funness that you have in a video game can be transferred into real life. You can build a habit tracker. For me, I have my calendar and I mark every time I work out. I don't remember the last month was September, and I hit a good amount of workouts. I don't have the exact number, but this month I want to succeed that. I want to do better. I was out on vacation, so I missed a week or so of working out. I want to level up my social skill. So every time I have a good conversation with a stranger that I go out of my way to have to level up my social skill, I mark it on the calendar. Last month was maybe 4 or 5 encounters where I went out of my way and had a wonderful conversation talking to someone. I leveled up those skills. So build a habit tracker. That's something you can do in 5 minutes. Just think of ways and things you want to do. Gym, social skills. Maybe you want to take cold showers every morning. Or track what you eat. You start to realize it's kind of like a game. And when something starts becoming fun, you want to do it. The gym became fun for us when we realized we could progress. So that's the same thing for your habit tracker. Maybe you do NoFap and you want to reach a certain amount of days, which I think you shouldn't count the days for NoFap, but that's another story. But you can have fun filling out the habit tracker with tasks and things you could do and keeping accountability and of track of those things and get happy when you do, X amount of workouts for this month. And this is where comes setting goals for the second point. Is so now you have your habit tracker and the few things you want to succeed in. Maybe it's the gym, it's cold showers, social skill, or reading books, or something that personally you can think about that you want to work on and make it fun. So say to yourself, in X amount of days, let's say 30 days, I want to achieve blank. Let's say you want to achieve roughly 3 workouts a week this month. That's a goal. And you can use this goal, and you can set goals for the week, the day, the month, the year even. Years on into the future, you can set reasonable goals that you believe you can achieve and ones that you want to push yourself to achieve. And it's fun. Every year, I set a goal that at the end of the year, I'm going to have achieved blank. Maybe it's X amount of YouTube videos, or consistency in the gym, or this body weight. Because you set that goal of, I want to get up to 165. You're going to have to get it, because when it's December and it's becoming January 1st again and you realize, oh shit, I never achieved those goals, you feel bad. You lost that accountability that you had when you set up that goal. So set little goals and achieve them. They're fun to do. And they could be as short as, this week I'm going to hit all of my workouts. Or in 5 months I'm going to gain 10 pounds. My actionable step that I have for you is going to be, just look at your life and ask yourself, how can I start leveling up things I want? Your life is just like a video game. Anything you do, you can improve. Maybe not your height, tough luck. But the gym, the habits you want to keep, the things you want to do, social skills, strength, diet, all these things, and many more I could have think of, is fun ways to level up. Because when gets like a video game and you start, thinking, okay, I want to read like 10 pages a day, or I want to read X amount of books, it's fun. Because not only are, let's say, books are reading fun for me, but when I start setting goals of, I want to read 10 pages a day and or X amount of books a month, it becomes even more fun. And you're stuck in with that habit and you're constantly doing it now. It doesn't seem that hard anymore. And of course you can always push yourself, which is great. But now you're stuck with some amazing goals. Go out there and level up.